Hi guys, Nick is here from Space. Welcome to our video series for implementation of SketchUp in architectural design workflow. Hopefully, during this time you'll enjoy at the first place, you'll learn something, and you will find the way how SketchUp could improve your ability to create, to produce, and to deliver on time much more successful projects than ever before. But let's stop talking and go ahead to see the topic today. The next step will be to create actually our second floor of the building, the next level, or our first floor according to our project browser. In order to do that, I will use again a reference file for the layout of the floor, and if you remember, we have placed these reference files in our project folder, and here I have all the reference file, the layouts of all building levels, and I will use one of them for this one for the first level of the building. But before to do that, actually I would like to copy the structural slab of our ground floor above the ground floor, and I will use this structural slab as a structural slab for the first floor of our building. There could be some differences between two slabs, but actually I can adjust that later on very easy. So I will use move command in the copy mode, and actually I will copy our ground floor structural slab. I will adjust the position of this slab. So now actually I have a structural slab for our first floor, and in our outliner list here you can see that this is a ground floor slab, which is a copy of our ground floor slab. I will rename this slab, and it will be the first floor slab. Click enter, and then I can assign an appropriate tag to this structural slab. I can find this tag here in our project browser, into the folder building, the subfolder first floor, and here we have predefined tag which number is 03.3.3 floor slab, and I can easily go in our tag list and to assign this tag to our structural floor. And the final step for now will be to select these two floor slabs and to lock them in order to not move some by accident. So now we are ready to import our reference file. In order to do that, I will go to the file menu and to import, and now I can import our reference file from our project folder, and here is our reference file, and I will import this file into the SketchUp as an image. Now I can place this file in our project environment, and because I know very well that these are actually drawings in A3 format, I will use the size of this drawing format, A3, in order to adjust an appropriate scale for our reference file. Now we have our reference file, and it is placed and scaled at the same time, and I will move this file a little bit further in order to see it in a better way. So next step will be to explode this image and to turn actually this image into a group, and this group I will rename, and this will be a first floor JPEG. Click enter, and now my reference file is grouped, and I'm going to assign an appropriate tag to this group. I will go to the project base folder, and now I can see that I don't have actually an appropriate tag, so I will create a new tag. The name will be 01.8 it will be first floor JPEG, and I will assign this tag to my group by going to the tag list, and here is our tag. So our reference file is grouped and with an appropriate tag. So now I'm going to place exactly where it should be here in our project. At first I will hide for a moment this structural slab in order to see where exactly to place this file, and I will go to our project browser, to the first floor subfolder, and I can hide easily this structural slab. So I will use actually this wall here. It is an interior load-bearing wall and staircase into it in order to place exactly where our reference file should be. So it should be actually here at this point, and now I can hide as well our reference file for the ground floor, and as you can see now, this wall, the internal walls and a part of our external walls match exactly to our reference file. So I'm going to lock our reference file, our group, and now I will unhide our floor slab, the structural floor for our first floor of the building. Now this floor is actually above our reference file, and I cannot see very well where exactly are interior walls, exterior walls and stuff like this. So in order to adjust that, I will move a little bit up this reference file by using move command, and I would like to move it from here up to here, and now actually I can see almost everything that I will need during the time of creation of this first floor. I will lock our reference file again, and I'm ready to start drawing our external walls and internal walls as well. And this time actually I will start from our internal walls and then with our external walls. So in order to start from our internal and external walls, I will use actually our project outliner, and I will pick our internal walls from the ground floor, as well external ones, and this is actually the structural layer of these walls. And I can use my move tool in the copy mode, and I can copy them to our first floor. And as you can see now, I can use a part of these walls, internal as well internal, and in order to reduce time and additional efforts, I can create all the walls, the structural layer of these walls for our first floor. Firstly, I'm going to rename these two groups in order to know which one represents the walls from my first floor, and I will pick the first group and I will rename, instead of internal ground, I will call this first, and the second group, instead of external ground, I will rename it first. And now I have to assign an appropriate tag to these two groups, so I will go to my project browser, and here in the first floor, for external walls I have this tag 03.3.1, so 03.3.1 are my external walls of our first floor, and I will do the same with the internal. So this is the tag here, and these are actually my internal walls, the tag of my internal walls. And now I'm ready to continue with these two groups and to adjust a little bit all these walls, external and internals. So before to do that, I would like to have some reference lines, and in order to have it, I will use tab measurement key again, and I will draw some reference lines in order to know exactly where my walls should be. So here I have to have an additional wall, and this is a reference line for my external walls. So in my opinion, these reference lines are all that I need. So I'm going to start now to adjust these walls. I will start from the structural layer of my external walls, and the first thing that I'm going to do is to actually remove all these openings, because at this first floor they will be different, and then I will adjust the position of this wall, and it should be some kind of extension to this one, and I will adjust the position of this wall, because this wall has to be placed exactly at this reference line, and this wall here should finish up to the face of this wall. So let's start and let's do it. And before to start, I will actually hide our structural slab in order to see in a better way our reference file. So I'm starting with our openings. I just have to select them and delete. Select and delete, and here is the same. I will select all this wall and will, by using move tool, I will move simply the wall on its place, and this face here should go actually up to this reference line. So I will use push pull tool, and it is exactly in place. I will delete these lines here, and now I'm going to move this wall here to its place, and it is exactly to these reference lines. And now, by using push pull again, I will adjust this wall extension. I'm going to delete again these lines here and here, and actually I will delete this one as well. So now the next step will be to place this wall here exactly on its place. I will exit the group for a moment, and as you can see, this wall here should be placed here. I don't have a reference line, so I will create a new reference line up to here, and now I can go into the group and I can move this wall on its place. So sorry, I can select the wall and move this wall on its place. Now this wall is okay, and this wall as well, and I would like to create an additional walls here. So I will pick again our extension match wall, and the thickness of this structural layer will be 250, the height will be the same, 3000 millimeters. I can click OK, and I create additional wall from here up to this point here, and now to this point here. Double click, and we have our wall. This wall actually is a new group, and I would like this wall to be, but this wall actually is not placed correctly, so I have to adjust that. And in order to do that, I will go into the group and simply I will move this wall exactly on the place where it should be. Now, as you can see, we have created these two additional walls as a separate group, but I would like these walls to be a part of my main group here of all external walls, of all structural layers of this external wall. So in order to fix that, I will go into the group, I will mark all my walls, and I will use cut, and then paste in place in order this wall, all of these walls to be in the same group. And actually this group is tagged, and I don't have anything to do. So now I have to extend this wall up to this wall here, and I will do the same. Actually, I will create a new wall by using Merge Wall tool again, and this wall should be from here up to here, and then I will cut and paste in place into the main group of all my walls. Now actually I have finished with these walls, so next step will be to remove this part of my walls, as well this part, but let's go and see that this wall should be placed here, and I have to create additional reference line by using tool measurement exactly here. So I'm going to move this wall exactly where it should be by using again a move tool, and it should be here. So now by using rectangle tool I will create additional rectangle here, as well here and here, in order to delete these two walls. I will create this one first, then this one, then this one from here up to here, and this one, the final one, from here to here. And now I'm going to delete these walls, as well the lines that form these faces. So I have finished actually with that, and I'm ready to continue with the internal walls, because as you can see the external walls now are absolutely ready to continue ahead, to assign external and internal layers. So now at first I'm going to extend this internal layer, structural layer, up to this wall here. I will use a push-pull tool, and now I will create again a rectangle in order to have the possibility to push, by using push-pull, to extend this wall up to this one. So it is ready, and the final step will be to create here an additional wall, internal wall, that form this bedroom. So it will be, I will again use Merge Wall tool This time the thickness of this wall will be 120 millimeters, and I will simply draw this wall from here up to here. Again, I will select this wall, and by using cut and paste in place, now this wall is a part of the group of all internal walls and their structural layer. So here I have another wall that actually define where is the bedroom and where is the closet, the wardrobe of this house. So simply I can use a different method to do that, but before that, as you can see, this wall here actually is an internal wall, and it is a part of my group that represent the structural layer of my external walls. So I would like to fix that, and I will go into the group by using rectangular tool. I will separate this wall from my external ones, and now I can simply select this wall like this, and I'm planning to use again cut, and then I will go to, but as you can see now, a part of my external walls are cut as well. So in order to fix that, I will use rectangular tool to close these gaps here as well. No, we don't have any more gaps, so now actually I can exit this group, go into the group of internal walls, and paste in place this wall. And now this wall is a part of my internal walls, and now I'm going to use some reference lines. I can create simple lines by using a line tool from here up to here, and by using push pull I can extend this wall from here up to here. So all of my internal walls now are ready, but actually I miss this wall here. So again I will go to the group of my internal walls, and I will use again a line tool. I will create these two lines, and by using push pull I will extend this wall from here up to the structural layer of my external walls. And now actually all of our internal walls are finished, so we can continue. I will continue now with internal finishing layer of all the rooms here, and with both layers of our external walls. They were, if you remember, they were an insulation layer and the finishing layer outside. So let's do it. Now, the final step of our walls probably will be to select all these internal layers and to group them in just one group. By right click in our mouse, I can create a new group, and the name of this group will be the same as we did with this interior layer of our ground floor, and the name will be interior layer first floor. Now I have to assign a tag to this main group, so the tag will be the same, internal walls of our first floor, and this is 03.3.2, 03.3.2 internal walls, so they are tagged, and I will do the same with our external layers. As you can see, now they are this layer, which is finishing layer, and this one as well, and I will group them in one group, and the name of this group will be exterior layer of our walls, or if you can see here in our outliner list, we did actually the same for the ground floor, but the name will be the same: finishing layer, external wall, ground, and I will group this, and this will be finishing layer external walls first. Then click enter, and I have to assign an appropriate tag to this main group, so it will be 03.3.1 as external walls, 03.3.1 here it is. So now we have finished with all these walls concerning their structural layers, internal layers, and external finishing layers. But actually I forgot about this wall here, and it should be extend up to here and up to here from both sides of the wall. So I will create an additional reference line in order to know where exactly this face has to be placed. So it's a 550 millimeters. I will do the same from other side. And now I will extend by using push-pull tool this face up to this reference line and this face up to this reference lines. And now I'm ready to create an external layer for this wall. I will use again match wall tool with actually the same numbers, and I can go and easily draw this finishing layer for this wall to here. And finally I'm going to change the material in order to be the same with the material for external layer of these walls here. So I will go to in model materials and I will use again this one. Actually I placed it wrong, so it has to be like this. So now actually we are completely ready to assign, to make these groups a part of our main group here. So in order to do that, let's say that this is our main group here, and I can select these groups, cut them, go into the main group and paste in place. And now these groups are a part of my main group for the finishing layer of external walls for the first floor. I can exit the group and we are completely ready with all our walls for the first floor. Now it's time to adjust our structural slab in order to fix to our external walls for the first floor. And in order to do this very easily, I will hide for a moment our reference file by going in our project browser into the project base, and I can simply hide our reference file, and I will unhide our floor slab. So as you can see, we have to adjust our structural slab according to these walls here, to this wall here, and we can do that by unlocking the structural slab and then go into the group. I have to select again, and by using push-pull I can extend these faces, and this one must be exactly to this point here, this one must be exactly to this point here, this one up to this one, and by this way you can actually very easily manipulate your structural slab in order to match to our walls. Now the final step will be to create and to adjust this area of our structural slab, and in order to do this I will use simple line tool. I will draw a line here in order to split these two faces, and then again I will use push-pull tool and will drag this part of our structural slab up to this point here. So now our structural slab is finished. So let's start to create our floor finishes, door openings, door, windows. So we are ready for now, and we can go ahead to the next stage of our project. See you there.